Hello and welcome back to the Kerbal Space Program. My name is WWEdeadman, but you already know that. And as you see, it is night. Yeah. No heavenly body to be seen anywhere, so that's a thing. Anyway, we're gonna go in here. I have redesigned our free return ship, free return Mark II, so that now it should be able to actually get into an orbit around Kerbal and go out to the moon and go back on the free return trajectory. I know that looks like a lot of Separatrons, but I wanted to be sure. Also, of course, these are tweakables. It's just that they are not tweakable when you are not in the vehicle assembly building, which is kind of obvious. The only thing you can actually tweak while outside are the parachutes and the engines. Of course, boosters are tweakable. You can use empty boosters for some stuff, like doing some sort of structure work. Stuff like that, yeah. And as you saw, I did set the thrust of those down to 51%. I hope that will be enough to get this into space, or to make this lift off. Because then the boosters are going to approximately last twice as long. Because we don't need that much thrust in the lower atmosphere. That is just wasteful, as you probably know, because the air is slowing us down. So and there we go, back to the standard Kerbal flag instead of my flag for some reason. As soon as you're like above 10 parts or so, it seems to reset that. I don't know why, and I really... Well, on the other hand, I don't really care, but... Let's just see if this launches. Wait, just set this up real quickly so we can see what we're doing. And boom. Not enough. They obviously are not powerful enough at 51%. Let's try like 70%. Would still make him last longer. Bam 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 bam. Okay, let's try that again, shall we? We're gonna throttle up just for the next stage. Yeah, not really. Well, I guess it is enough. We're gonna try this way. I don't care. Okay. Also, of course, this is not a freaking satellite. This is rename vessel. Oh, that is a probe. Okay. That's okay. Totally. Okay. Get rid of the boosters in a second here. And 3, 2, 1. That is good. I just hope that I can get out of the atmosphere with this stage. Would make this all a little bit easier. Also, please turn back to this position, because then it's easier for me to go to 90 degrees. Okay. This looks okay. I think I can throttle back a little bit. Because I don't want to reach 200 meters per second in the lower atmosphere. That would be a waste of fuel, because the atmosphere is, as you know, slowing us down. Okay, gravity turn. Looking good. We are now 16 kilometers downrange. Altitude 16 kilometers. Okay, yeah. That is probably a little bit less than the 16 that I just said. I think I would have to deduct the altitude kilometers to get actually how far away I'm on the surface. I just wanted to sound like a real NASA guy here for a minute. I am amazed that that worked that good and didn't crash into anything. Probably should have put the sepatrons only on the lower part, because on the upper part the actual separators do the stuff. The decouplers, I mean. Apoapsis is still rising, that is good. This looks much more like it's going to actually go to the moon than the last one did. Okay. We should have almost... Yeah. Our apoapsis is almost at a usable altitude. We're just gonna... I wanna see how much I have left, really. So we're coming up to 70, so I'm going to drop my nose down to here to let the apoaps stay pretty much in the same direction, in the same altitude, and only get the orbit to go around Kerbal instead. So I just want some vertical velocity here. Less vertical, more horizontal. I don't need any vertical anymore. Just need more lateral velocity. Also, the orbit we're on is slightly inclined to the moon's orbit. Let's burn a little bit over here. Oh. You totally burned out. Yeah. And that was pretty much just so that thing breaks a little bit and falls back to Kerbal. That's pretty much all I wanted to do with that. Actually, let's just get a little bit closer to our apoaps here and burn there. That would be a little bit a little bit more efficient, I guess. Burn down here a little bit so we can get our periaps up. Where's the moon, by the way? There. So we want to burn over here. So we need an orbit anyway. Apoapsis is traveling around here, so I will again fast forward a little bit. And burn here again. And we are in orbit. Good. Quick save here. Just in case something goes wrong. Of course the moon rotates in that direction, so we need to like add a maneuver here and get ourselves out here. That is a free return trajectory. With a moon periaps of way too high. 90. I think that is not the best I have ever done, but that should be a nice flyby. And we're gonna have to burn 2 minutes 15 seconds for that, so I'm gonna start burning at a minute before that point. We need 922. We have that. We should have enough for that, I hope. If not, then at least we get some data that from deep space, I guess. I don't know. We're gonna see about that. Let's time accelerate here. Just a little bit of time acceleration, not too much, because I'm gonna totally miss the spot for the burn otherwise. We are on almost 1 minute. 1 minute and 29 seconds. I'm gonna try. I don't want to burn too early. So 1 minute 10 and go. I'll see you after the burn, I guess, because this is going to be a little bit long for you. We have an encounter. This is not yet the free return. And have this burn a little bit more. And we should come back around with no problem. This is right now a swing by maneuver on the moon. We actually get catapulted out. So that's a gravity assist. We have a moon periaps on this side of the moon. And now it's going to swing over to the other side of the moon, through the moon, of course. Right now we're on course to collide with the moon. Which is not where we want to be, of course. Good. And I'm gonna activate the little control here. And wait. Rear off center. I want to have my maneuver node exactly where I want it to be. Okay, and we are almost here. Of course, now it's fucking around here a little bit. Just need that periapse to be down in the atmosphere. Good. Now get rid of this maneuver node, because that's just gonna do bullshit. Moon encounter, moon periapse 153, and then a free return. I think we can fly this mission like this without any problems. We're gonna ditch the part here on return to Kerbal. I'd really like to know if this huge crater here is a biome on Kerbal, because I've never seen anyone say it would be, so probably isn't. But we're gonna try going there. We're gonna need to go to all the biomes anyway, and that's also something that we're gonna do in this episode, probably. That depends, though, on how long we're gonna take for this part here. So, back to the map. Let's make sure to get out there. And also, let's make sure to not lose too much power and turn off the SAS. Because as you see, we are losing power, as you see up here. Electric charge. That's why I used so many fucking batteries for that. It's really a huge amount. I would never do that, usually. So, how this works, by the way, just if you wanna have a scientific explanation. We shoot out here to the moon. The moon captures us in its gravity and slows us down because we are rotating around it against its own rotation. And against its, yeah, you know what I mean. And that means that we're gonna get slowed down, and when we escape the moon again, we're gonna get catapulted back to Kerbal. That's the easier version of explaining that, but anyway. Of course we're going to slow down as we're going out there, because usually we would be nearing our apoapsis here. In this case, we're nearing a moon encounter. Of course, the gravity of Kerbal slowing us down. That's why I almost wanna go into a higher quick save here and do more time acceleration, because it's a little bit faster. Don't want to bore you with a lot of What are you doing? Okay, F5. Oh, we're so near that it doesn't. Oh, it doesn't know yet whether we are actually captured already or not. Ooh, never had that happen before. So, moon encounter in 3, 2, 1. And countered. Good. So, let's take a look at our return trajectory here. Okay, we hit the planet. That is nice. So, what we want to do now, of course, is a little bit of science here. High above the moon. High radiation environment. Yeah, keep that. That gives us 75 science. Goo observation. 30 science. Goo seems to be less dense here. And then we're gonna actually quick save here and time accelerate a little bit more to see if we can get anywhere near the needed. Actually, let me look if I can adjust our orbit a little bit without fucking it up totally. Without fucking up the return trajectory, that is. Yeah, that would totally fuck up the return trajectory. If we that means we need to go past it at a higher speed. 2042... 46. That's still not enough. 7,000. That should totally be near moon. I don't think anything is higher than 7,000. Actually, 10,000 should be enough. 24,000. 14,000. Okay. Just burn in this general direction for a little bit. Give me the SAS, or this is not controllable. Really? Without an SAS, I'd be lost. Okay. Make sure not to lose the center of the maneuver node. And we are down to 24. 3, 2, 1, and 17 should be okay. Our periaps over there at Kerbal is still non-existent, so that is okay. So we're now going past the moon in a very, very low orbit. And actually we don't really need an SAS for that, so... Let's see the moon coming closer. Doesn't it look nice? Our first probe around the moon in this career mode. And we have so much fuel left, we could actually... With that fuel we could actually land this on the moon, but since we are not... really in any shape to go back from there, and we can transmit this stuff, I'm not gonna do that. So of course we're now taking up velocity because we are nearing a periaps, which means that of course we need to slow down a little bit on the time acceleration. Is it just me, or does the texture of the moon actually look a little bit different than in the last patch? Because I mean, this looks pretty identical to what our moon looks like from up close. A lot of craters, a lot of micro craters, a lot of big craters. And we are on our way to our periaps still. We're not gonna crash into the moon. Don't worry. We're just gonna go very low above it. 8 minutes. Oh, come on. Let's see. We're now 30 kilometers above moon's surface. This should count as near moon. The space near moon. That's another 30 science from here. Goo seems to be less dense still, so that's a thing. And that's the material space we didn't use yet. High radiation environment. Of course, we could go down to an orbit just above moon, but I really don't want to risk that. That is low enough as it is. Hold still. Good. Go back to the map and see that we're still on our return trajectory, hopefully. Yes, good. Then we can fast forward, because we don't have anything else to do anyway. The moons will slow us down now enough to actually make us go back to Kerbin. We have way too much fuel. With that we could probably go to Minmus. I'll probably do a similar maneuver to Minmus with the same ship. Although Minmus is a little bit harder to... Why the hell do I see the moons of Jewel over there? It's not that near. Tylo, Val, and Lath. Will you stop? Good. We are now on our trajectory back. Of course, we can slow down in time to not hit Kerbin, hopefully. I'm just gonna quick save here because I don't trust time acceleration. So goodbye, Moon. Hello back to Kerbin. So I wanna kind of have this facing my... Yeah. And then we're gonna fall back to Kerbin. Without any problem. You can go a little bit faster. La-ta-ta-tee. La-ta-ta-tam. Would you do me a favor and be fast? I don't trust the higher time acceleration in this on these short ranges because you probably saw the last in one of the last episodes, and actually the one where I cleaned up the orbit around Eve in my last career mode. We're not that fast, are we? I crashed into Kerbin because I used time acceleration too much. So, around nice solar eclipse here. And yeah. From here on out, I don't really want to time accelerate much more than twice. Or what is that? 3 times? Because, as you know, the atmosphere is gonna hit us at 70 kilometers. And sometimes this really doesn't work that good. Retrograde position is here. We have so much fuel, we're actually gonna slow ourselves down while descending. Not that that is in any way something that you'd need to do, but it makes this whole thing a little bit more realistic. Although free return trajectories are something you can do without braking when you come back. I think one of the Apollo missions actually did a flyby on a free return. Now we're gonna ditch this. Yeah, those are the Kerbin shores down there. And I kind of wanna get my parachutes out. Here. Because 10,000 meters is where I wanna kind of deploy them. Because I don't want them to rip off or anything. And up there's at least not the densest... what's it called? It's not the densest atmosphere yet. So down to 500 meters above ground, I do not want to time accelerate because I'm very sorry. The parachutes tend to rip off if you time accelerate through the part where they actually deploy fully. Then stuff just tends to rip off for no reason, and I don't want that to happen. Yeah, see, I did a little bit of modification here. I only had 2 modules. And only 2 pairs of parachutes on the modules themselves. But as soon as these deploy, you're gonna see that this is totally enough. I hope, at least. I didn't test it or anything. I just hope everything works. Danger science stuff. I like that. Does the goose say anything? What? Containment vessel. Nice. I like stuff like that. There we are, 2.9 meters per second. That is a very decent velocity to hit the ground with. That was a weird view. All those parachute lines. So I guess we are landing on either the Greenlands or the shores. I don't know. It doesn't really matter because we don't have like any sciencey stuff left to do with this. Those are not reusable, as I said. I could of course reset them now, but I want the moon science rather than the science of this stuff here. Because this stuff here is something that I can easily get with a out of time acceleration here, that I can easily get with a plane, like some plane, some very experimental plane I built while I was bored. So this can land right here. Perfect. Picture perfect. Get back our science for us, and we have collected. Also, there's bonus science for getting something back from the moon orbit. Yeah, from a moon flyby. That's another 12 science on top of that. That's 309 science in total. We can totally spend that. Yeah, I kind of really want the rocket parts, the bigger fuel tanks and everything. I don't really need those Rockomax engines, but anyway, I did want to also do that, so that's totally a thing. That is totally a thing. That will be something I'll do on the next thing, because for now those are totally enough. What I of course need for planes would be those small gears. But what I said I would be doing is I want the processing lab. And I think I'm actually going to go with the processing lab over everything else. Yeah. So I want this, and then of course everything here costs 90 science, so we need like 5-6 more. So as you see now, we also have science here from the moon. In space high and in space low. Also, we returned a vessel from flyby. So now that it is day again on Kerbal, this is nice. Looks way nicer than when we started. I'm actually going to do a little. No, I don't want to cancel that. Cancel that. I actually want to show you a little thing I did. Load that ship. The Kerbal Explorer Single Use 1. SU stands for single use, yes. I also have to go out a little bit because I put this on a pretty high tower. Yeah, as you see, this has like winglets for wings, because I didn't have any wings yet. Of course we can now add some of these, but who needs those, really? We're not gonna fly very far with that. Yeah, as you see, it has two tanks here, and the goo canisters, and one the science lab, of course, the materials bay. Yeah. Also now, of course, we can add a little thermometer to that. And I'm actually gonna add 2, so I don't have to transmit anything or like that. Yeah. So 1 while landing, 1 while, yeah, while on the ground. Jab is gonna fly this thing out for us, and we're gonna have a little bit of fun with that. Actually, yeah. Just adding those is not a reason to change the serial number here. We're gonna fly this. Actually, I should have turned it a little bit, because turning with this thing is possible, but not something I like to do because it's wasting fuel. I already flew this out in a test flight to the water, so. We kind of want this to... Oh well. We kind of want to go over here. I don't know. Well, actually, we didn't do anything on the launch pad yet, so... While flying at Kerbal. Oh. Reset that thing. So that doesn't do anything with the launch pad? While flying at Kerbal. Oh. So this does not count as at the launch pad, or what? You know what? Then we're just gonna do something else. One while flying at Kerbal. Toggle the display of that. 19 degrees Celsius. That is a nice late summer day, I guess. Flying over Kerbal's shores. Oh, really? Collect that temperature data. Okay, then we're just gonna launch this thing. Cut the engines and say, hey. We're landing here. And then we're gonna have... What's flying there? Did I rip off a parachute? What is that? What the hell? Did I break physics? Hello? Hello? I think I broke the game. Those are flying really well by themselves. That thing is accelerating, and it's not really losing that much height. Okay. Nice. Well, there's a highlight for you. Okay, now, could I just go back to my ship, please? No! Thank you. So, now we need the other temperature data on the runway, exactly where I want it to be from. So, runway. Because of course the runway is a biome. Crew report from the runway. Reporting in at the runway. Good thing there's not a lot of air traffic because I don't think we have got clearance from the tower to be here. That's nice. EVA. Report. That's not anything because that's flying over Kerbal. Obviously, yeah, that's flying. That's totally what it's doing here. Take a surface sample from the runway. The surface appears to be very hard, like concrete. It might actually be concrete. Could be a very good substance to land on. Oh wow, this is nice. EVA report. I don't think that's entirely necessary. Yeah. Grab and board, please. And recover the vessel. That of course brought us enough science to actually develop some more stuff. So we're now at 116 science again. Let's try spending that. What do we want here? Poodle engine and a bigger tank. No. RCS. RC. No. Adapters, detached stuff, structural fuselage. Actually, you can make those your own right now because you can always use empty fuselages. They're tweakable now. Yeah, wings and stuff. Also jet engine. Ooh. That would be nice for our next build of the thing. Wouldn't it be? And also this would give us some actual wings here. Yeah. I think we're gonna buy this. Because then we can fly a little bit further on Kerbal. Of course, supersonic flight will be our next thing. Yeah. And also, this will be one of the next. This will be one of the next. There's so much stuff. Also, I want definitely a ladder and a barometer. But we don't have the science for that right now. So, I guess we're gonna go and take a look at our plane and say, first of all, you're gonna go back down. Good. Then you're gonna... have that go up immediately. Okay. Single use 2. And actually have a look at what this does. Because we could totally fly this to anywhere on the planet. Pretty much. Save this, launch this. And let's see how Jebediah works on that. Also, I probably should have changed something about the staging here. Yeah, exactly that. No, keep that. Good. Because then we can throttle up, get the SAS on, Activate the engine, wait for it to actually throttle up. And let go. Ha! Awesome! Our first real plane. And I think we're gonna go over here. And make sure that we're gonna go to the highlands over there. Because that's not far away, and we can actually get a lot of science here. This does only count as flying at Kerbin, does it? Not, yeah. This does not count as flying over grassland. For what reason that is? Yeah, Kerbin's shores. And why did I keep data? Crew report. Crew report. Shores. Huh. Am I too close to the... This should be the highlands. You know, that's a good thing about the crew capsule. You can... grasslands. Well, that's fine too. X. And turn. God damn it! Ah, I ripped off the experiments. And for that I'm gonna cut the engine. And try flaring my wings a little bit so I can slow down. Slow down. Slow down. Good. Ha! Awesome. This is exactly how I wanted this to be. So, this is still flying at Kerbin, isn't it? Yeah. Then we're not gonna do anything with that. We're gonna just... That were the winglets. Always like if something works the way I wanted it to work. That was the rest of the plane, I guess. So of course we could do the same thing above the mountains, above pretty much every environment here on the Kerbal planet. Well, flying over Kerbin's grasslands. Well, keep that data. Well, at least one of the instruments works while flying. Differently on each part. Okay, and the second thermometer, display, temperature, quite pleasant and would be nice place to live. I like what it says, what the crew report says over the Badlands. It's a bad place to land at. The material space shows little signs of change, though one of the samples appears to be judging you silently. And the goo, just because we can, we're gonna do this on both sides to get the rest science, so to say. Get a crew report. Actually, the flying crew report would have been a better idea. Good, we know that now. EVA over Kerbin's grasslands. Good, and gonna keep the experiments here. Then we're gonna let go. Go down here. Take a surface sample. Yep, looks like dirt. EVA report, good. And then we're gonna... Oh, of course. I'm sorry. I'm terribly sorry. You need this side to grab on. And board. Board. Good. Nice. Recover this vessel. Have some more science. Um, 64. Well, that is not enough for anything. But we can, of course, do the whole thing with the science spam. That's not really science spam. With the little plane that goes everywhere. We can go to the mountains over there. We can go to the highlands just beneath those mountains. We can have the grasslands, which are pretty much over here, I guess. Which we pretty much just landed on. Yeah. Also, of course, we can get the temperature log from the... Don't even need that. We're just gonna take this. We're gonna take this. We're gonna take a little battery. And we're gonna launch this. I know that this doesn't look like much, but it's gonna get us the temperature log science from the launch pad. Looks awesome, pretty much, I guess. Yeah, looks totally awesome. Toggle display 15. Well, 16. Getting hotter. Lock the temperature. Temperature readings are quite literally nominal. Keep that data, recover that vessel. For whatever reason that thing was heating up. Don't ask me about it, I have no clue. Yeah, of course we can do that for every biome. I don't know if you want to see every biome, cause, you know, it is a little... I could, of course, launch and do time acceleration for you, so you only see very fast forwarded flight. I'm probably gonna do that because I don't think that you'll be entertained by a lot of flying around. So I guess that's what the next episode will be, getting the science from all over Kerbin. At least everything that is in reach with that little plane. I hope we can go to the North or South Pole. Whichever one is closer, I guess, since this is located on the equator, it's pretty much equal. So, anyway, I'd say like and favorite if you enjoyed. Subscribe for more, and until next time, I'm WWEdeadman. Bye!